gluttony is a situation in which people eat and drink more than they need to. Ever sit there and have like a nice salad and be like, give me 5 more? Never.
No, it's so true, but let that be a McDonald's. Like you have, and you're like, oh, I could do you know what? Chuck an apple pie and a McFlurry on top.
We don't really hear this in church, but I wonder if it's because it's such a sensitive topic. Because I think also with all of the 7 deadly sins, I guess gluttony is the one that people believe that they can see, but that's not even always true, because gluttony is actually a heart posture. Gluttony is a heart posture. It's not a body type. Gluttony does not necessarily mean overweight or obesity.
Yeah.
I think because people automatically think you think gluttony, you're going to be shaming them in the church about
what they've eaten,
what they eat, or what they look like.
Yeah.
You know, there's a sensitivity that's needed, but then also we are told to speak the truth.
And if it's the word, it's the word.
It's the word, right? Gula is derived from the Latin gluttere, which is the meaning to gulp down or swallow.
Gulp is such...
When I saw gulp, I said, this is quite
As in you didn't chew.
You did. And in Philippians 3:19, it says, their destiny is destruction, their God is their stomach, and their glory is in their shame. Their mind is set on earthly things.
Sorry, read that again. Their God is
their stomach. This is where I have to be honest and transparent, because there are times, your
stomach has been your God.
My stomach has been my God. This is my personal opinion, guys. I actually think a lot of it is food addiction. At the time, if I was to come and be like, oh, I think I have a chocolate addiction, I know for a fact you would have laughed. Because, see, you're smiling now. You would have laughed.
No, I think...
You would have laughed, and then you would have been like, okay.
Like...
Exactly. See? That's exactly what you would have done. Because it doesn't sound like something you've heard of before.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like something that should be that serious. I get smile lines a lot.
No, I do as well. That's why I have to.
I think it's a good sign that I'm joyful.
Amen.
There's always something to smile about.
Even when there isn't.
Even when there isn't. Still got them smile lines.
What are we here for today?
Hey guys.
Oh, sorry. Hi.
Are you not gonna go? You're not a guest. You are not a guest.
I forgot. Sometimes I be forgetting that.
Yeah, you're looking at me asking,
do you know what it is? Because when we were doing the weigh-in, and it was more so like you were still hosting and like,
I'm not host. You host even.
I know.
Is that too much?
Should you do it then?
Is that too much for your first day
at work? It's probably no. This is actually my second day at work. Okay. I'm still happy to be here. Really glad of it actually.
Yeah.
I think we had a really good conversation last time.
Yeah.
And I'm into it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll stay.
Okay.
For a bit.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Well, we're back again.
We're back again.
We are back with another episode.
What's been going on?
What is it? Life has been good. I'm recovered.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was sick last time? I was sick, yeah. Remember I lost my voice on the way home?
Oh my God, yeah. And we were saying, like, we were actually saying, thank God that it happened on the way home.
Like, it was, those of you who have listened to the episode with Chantel, I literally sounded like her on the way home.
I don't know how she powered through that episode.
I don't know why I even forced her to do that.
That's crazy. We literally got in the car, went to go get food, and as you were talking, like the voice
as I was talking,
was just...
It was just, and then I was mute.
Yeah.
I was silent.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
I was silent.
Yeah.
I was silent. So I'm feeling a lot better. My immune system is back, which I love.
Yeah, you look like you've got like joy in your spirit.
No, honestly, I just feel like myself right now. I'm feeling really good. Yeah, life is good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like I have the Lord. That's how I truly feel. I think life is lifing, but I don't feel the impact of that so much anymore, which I feel is just a blessing. Like, you know, when you transcend and you're just like, I honestly can't stress myself about the things of this world.
Yeah.
The things that are so far outside of my control or the idea of control that I think I have, which I don't. Yeah, I just feel joyful. I feel like it's been a good week. Is it adore or exalt you? We exalt. We adore. Oh yeah, very much that. So That's how I'm
Oh, I
feeling.
love that.
I can't actually really say there's too much, of a weight that
Of
I'm
the
carrying.
carrying.
But
Am I carrying any weight this week?
yeah.
I don't really think I am. I'm feeling
Really?
really
Oh
light.
my God, look at
I know the
us.
first time I can actually. I think I'm feeling light. I do.
Yeah.
Am I lying to myself? I don't think I
Are
am.
you sure? This is the time
This
to
is the
get it
time.
out.
Maybe I just started crying. Straight
Yeah.
after.
I would not be equipped.
No, I don't think I'm carrying any particular weight this week. I think I'm
Good.
feeling very relieved.
Yeah.
So
Because if you had asked you last week or
yeah,
maybe the week
quite. If
before.
you had asked me last week, I would have had an answer. But I think this week I'm just generally feeling so grateful.
Yeah.
I think I was saying you on the way here. I'm just really experiencing like Thanksgiving and gratefulness right now, and like gratitude because yeah, you know when you're like just coughing or you're like
Don't say the words you said
okay
earlier.
okay when
Don't
you're
do that.
coughing up stuff.
Oh, don't.
Shall I
Even the
say?
visual.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're coughing, when you're sneezing, and like, it's like when you can't use your nose the way you normally use it, you're like,
yeah.
wow, there was a time I could just
Breathe. Yeah. I think that is the thing that will just never get old in terms of like realizing when you're not congested,
yeah.
we need to really
Yeah,
hang on to those
you
moments.
really forget,
Yeah.
like and that was hard because like I missed Mother's Day. I was just like, and I had such plans for my mum for Mother's Day. Like, there's so many things I couldn't do. So I think now I'm just like, oh, I'm just grateful. Yeah.
Your makeup looks really nice.
Thank you. Grace said this too.
Yeah, I can't lie. Like, I don't know. It's just
Really?
giving, like
Do I look
clean
really nice,
girl.
guys?
No, she does. Tell her. Be telling her. I really like. I don't know. There's just something.
I've
is
done the exact
different.
same thing. The only,
No.
the only thing is I did my makeup without the wig on my head.
You think that made a difference?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you guys.
No, there's something.
I think
don't
it's
know.
my skin. My skin's really improved.
Yeah, maybe
My
it
skin,
is
like
like
I'm
an inner
genuinely,
glow.
even Grace felt it's literally my skin literally feels like a baby's bottom.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it's glowing.
No, you are.
Oh, because I'm feeling good, guys. Don't you get it?
Wow, she's so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Nice.
Thank you.
You can stay.
Thank you. Oh, maybe because I'm happy because I was delivered last week.
Maybe
So
that.
maybe that's
Maybe so all it took was a cheeky delivery.
all it took was a chickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's fine.
A lot of weight lifted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But speaking of weight, what are we talking about? What's
So-
the hot topic?
Today, guys, we are going to talk about something that I think a lot of us have experienced. I think it's still very taboo. It's a taboo topic. I don't think we talk about it in culture. I don't think we even talk about it in the church.
Yeah.
But we all know what the word kind of means.
Yeah, we think we do
I think
anyway.
we do. Yeah. So today, we are going to talk about gluttony.
Mm.
So I also just want to start off with a little disclaimer that, I am not an expert on this topic, neither is Esna. We are literally just starting a conversation, and I guess we are literally just drawing upon what culture tells us, the world tells us, what the scriptures say, what does the NHS say, like all of these things, because I think sometimes there's this idea that sometimes when you're experiencing something and you experiencing it by yourself, and actually a lot of us experience the same things, but we don't know how to verbalize it, or we don't know how to express it. So today is literally just us shedding light on a topic. This isn't to condemn anyone, this is not to shame anyone, and we are literally talking only upon our own personal experiences.
And I think that goes for every episode.
Every episode,
because I'm actually very new here. On this earth.
Yeah.
Still,
only 30
years in.
Only been here around for 30 years.
Yeah.
And, I'm not at the peak of my wisdom. I don't think you ever arrived there.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if you do think you've arrived, you've made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
You've made a grave mistake.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about gluttony. But like I said, guys, I encourage everyone to just listen or watch with an open mind. And like I said, this isn't to point the finger, but I just think, why not? How can we not have that conversation?
Yeah.
The title of the top of the podcast, and obviously, as you guys know, we focus on, health and personal growth, wellness. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that gluttony, actually funny, going back to our last conversation, I think one of my first intros to the word gluttony was in that episode of America's Next Top Model, where they did like the 7 deadly sins.
Yes,
and I'd never ever, I don't think before that I'd heard of wrath, and I don't think I'd heard of gluttony. I think obviously if you're raised like in the Catholic Church,
you might have
heard of like these things, but I feel like like you said, our churches, I've been raised Pentecostal, basically my whole life.
Yeah.
and I don't think I ever heard the word gluttony. Greed, I
Greed,
heard.
yeah, yeah.
But gluttony itself,
Yeah.
it was actually Tyra that introduced me. So it's like a full circle,
Yeah, because we spoke
full
about it
circle
last time.
moment.
Yeah.
Spoke about her last time. So
Yeah.
I think gluttony. Where does one even
Where does one
begin?
begin? I guess similar to you, I haven't heard of the term, and I kind of semi grew up in a Catholic church before I moved over to a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
But yeah, gluttony was something that just wasn't, things like gluttony and like lust.
Yeah.
You didn't hear.
You don't talk about it in
You
church.
don't talk about it in the church.
And lust in the sense of like what lust is, not just sex.
Yeah,
or
yeah. Actual lustful sin. And I think that's the same with like gluttony. You knew it had something to do with food, but it's actually not just about food.
Yeah,
so I guess going like into like definitions of what gluttony is, I've got a few definitions here, guys.
Teach us.
So I've got 3 definitions. So if you guys are new here, I'm gonna let you know. One of my closest friends is ChatGPT. Me and her, 5 and 6. We go together real bad, real bad.
It's actually entirely too much.
It's too much. You know, actually, the other day I was like, Lord, I need to actually stop using this so much because in the spirit of talking about gluttony,
yeah.
You know, sometimes you don't even tap into your own brain. Like I'm actually smart, I'm actually intelligent. I can do this, but I think she just does it so quickly.
And you guys are mates at this point.
Yeah, she knows me. So when I type it, she's like, "Hey, babe, okay, this is what we're gonna do." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Crazy. She knows me.
But I had to ask her, and she said, ChatGPT, my girl, she said, traditionally, one of the 7 deadly sins referring to overindulgence, not just in food, but in consumption in general. So, once again, highlight, not just in food, but consumption in general. Cambridge Dictionary says, gluttony is a situation in which people eat and drink more than they need to. And then I actually looked at the origin of the word, because that's something my pastor does a lot of, and I think it's really good.
Yeah.
So, in Latin, gula is derived from the Latin gluttere, which is the meaning to gulp down or swallow.
Gulp is such...
When I saw gulp, I said, this is quite
As in you didn't chew.
You did. You didn't. You just swallowed.
You just swallowed.
The food was here and you just...
There was no mastication.
Crazy.
It just went straight down the hole. It just went
straight down. Straight down. So those are definitions of gluttony.
Yeah.
And then I guess with obesity, which is sometimes linked with gluttony, it's just a medical classification. The NHS describes it as somebody who has excess body fat, which I think is even quite vague.
It's very vague.
Like, considering what the other definitions say, it just says, someone that has excessive body fat, and it's estimated around 1 in every 4 adults or around 1 in every 5 children aged 10 to 11 are living with obesity. So
age 10 to 11? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I actually saw something the other day on the news about, I can't remember the statistic exactly, but I think it was around 20%. By the time most 5-year-olds have gotten to school age, around 20% of them have tooth decay.
Tooth decay?
It was like between 20 and 30% at 5 years old.
But you've only been chewing food for
like 3 years.
What?
Yeah. As in, the statistic was between 20 and 30%. I think it varies depending on the region in the UK. But yeah, if we just take a slap bang in the middle, 25% of, that's 1/4 of 5-year-olds have tooth decay by the time. Because of overconsumption of what? Sugar. Isn't it crazy?
Is it crazy though?
It is, because if you think that that's how you're starting out in life, how are things realistically going for you as an adult?
Yeah. And I think it's so interesting when you even think about the definition of gluttony. It's food is in it, but it's not always just about food. It's just the overindulgence or overconsumption of anything, excessive drinking, excessive eating, excessiveness.
Yeah, because that's human nature. Well, it is human nature. We want more.
Yeah.
We always want more.
Yeah.
If you think about yourself right now, there's something that you have, you want more.
Yeah.
Even me, there's something I want more.
Yeah, you always want more because you always feel like you don't have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a bit of a word.
That's a bit of a word. We always feel like we don't have enough.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, guys, those are the definitions of gluttony. What does anything there like speak to you, ring to you?
I think in terms of I was saying to you before, I didn't want to like spoil it. Like we do actually try and keep stuff for you guys and try and stay away from some conversation so you're getting it fresh and live. But yeah, I grew up with the knowledge that I was obese, which is kind of like if I can find some pictures of me from like the age of 11 to maybe 15, we'll do insert picture here so you can see the obesity that the NHS told me
told you that you
told me that I was. And it's just something I can't say like I latched onto it, but I think I did become conscious of it going into like my early 20s that like, oh, this is like a label that I've had attached to me that no one else really was looking at me like, oh, Esna, you're particularly large.
Yeah,
It's not a concern that my parents had.
Yeah.
It's not a concern that my sister had.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, here's me thinking like, you know, done the work, you know, I've maybe been able to leave that label behind. You know, those those like, yeah, I guess they are like BMI machines, right? So you weigh yourself, it will take your cholesterol. This one was quite a high-tech one.
Yeah.
You put your arm into it, did your blood pressure,
Okay.
did everything, and it came out. Keep in mind, I did this last year in summer, and summer notoriously is my slimmest.
Yeah.
I'm always my slimmest in summer. I only really eat salads. I'm having smoothies.
Yeah.
I'm out walking. It just naturally happens.
Yeah.
It's not specifically something I aim for, but I am just naturally slimmer. So obviously this is in the height of summer that I did this, and I did it. And I think my BMI came out at like 35, and I said,
and what's the what?
I think 30 is basically like where it goes from overweight to obese, and I was at 35.
Okay.
I was at 35.
Wow.
So I said, well,
yeah,
that will do something to you. But it's interesting because I'm literally at my slimmest.
Yeah.
But because I'm short, it doesn't. It's all basically what the doctors didn't explain, like when I was younger, or if I was going into the hospital, like getting all these like childhood measurement things done, is that my height has a very big part to play in it. It was like they kind of like scurried that to the side.
Yeah.
And was just like, oh, this is what the chart says. So
yeah. And also, I think that stuff doesn't take into consideration fat distribution.
Yeah.
Because
it's in the dog.
Yeah. She got a lot of fat. It might
not
be where you think it would be.
Right, exactly. This is the thing. Like, so, you know, obviously over time, like there's been studies in terms of like if you hold a lot more fat around your abdomen, it's probably more likely that you are prone to like health issues or whatever. Because some women, even if we talk less of me, some women in terms of like their bodies themselves, they might be carrying extra weight, but like you said, the distribution doesn't actually like match up with them having like health problems or health issues. And even the actual title of like like what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, exactly, because essentially if they're saying that obesity is excessive fat, but I'm happy with that where the excessive fat is,
and I haven't actually got any other health problems relating to that, I don't really get the whole point of telling someone that they're obese. That's just something that I would personally say, because okay, fine, but does that mean anything else in terms of like what I should be?
It considers all excessive fat in your body, so literally your hips, your bum, your breast,
my thighs,
your thighs, all of that stuff. And if I have no problem with any of that,
and if there is literally no problem with any of that, because they were like, oh yeah, you don't have, there's no diabetes, there's no cholesterol. That like when I was younger, there's none of these things. You're just obese. I was like.
And I guess also this is also culture as well, because that scale that's been designed by I don't know who, it's going to cater towards the Western world. So I think I'm very like touch and go with all that BMI stuff. If I'm completely honest, I think I've had seasons where it's told me I'm overweight. I've had seasons where it's told me like I'm just on like whatever the line is,
on the cusp.
I'm like, what does this really mean? Like, I've never gone into anything with the idea of like I want to reduce my BMI. If that makes sense.
So it's like, what is the measurement actually for? Like, who's it serving?
Because it's never been. I literally would rather look at the pounds and kilos than a BMI number
and the distribution.
Because I can see myself in the mirror in my clothes.
Right.
So,
and if we think about someone who's severely underweight, for example, their BMI might be fine, but in terms of like the fat distribution that you should actually have on your body, especially as women, are we then saying that that's fine because your BMI is within like a certain limit? It's just weird.
I agree.
Weird. It's suspicious.
It's suspicious.
It's a little suspicious, if you ask me.
Okay, so now that we've gone through like some definitions or whatever, I guess let's take it back to the word.
Why not?
What does the word actually say about gluttony.
Mm.
So I've got like 3 scriptures. I'll probably only read one maybe. I don't know if I can pronounce that word.
Oh,
Carouse. I can.
it
Okay.
is, yeah.
Okay, so Proverbs 23:20-21. It says, "Do not carouse with drunkards or feast with gluttons, those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat." Gorge is such an interesting word to use, by the
Gorge is
way.
like,
It's like,
it's like visual in your mind. You can like,
it's like you are literally hanging on to meat. But yeah,
mhm.
yeah, so that's what it says in Proverbs. And in Philippians 3:19, it says, "Their destiny is destruction, their God is their stomach, and their glory is in their
Their God
shame.
is,
Their mind is set on earthly things."
sorry, read that again. Their God is
Their God
their
is their stomach.
stomach.
Their God is their stomach. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess the last one I'll read is, I'm sure we've all heard of this one, 1 Corinthians 6:19-20.
I love the way you're like, I'm sure we all know.
No. I'm sure. No. As in what I'm about to
I
say.
know you know.
Don't you realize that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? I feel like
Mm.
we've all heard of that scripture before.
Mhm.
Who lives in you and was given to you by God. You do not belong to yourself, for God bought you with a high price. So you must honor your body with God. So
Mm.
yeah,
What
interesting.
do you feel when you hear your God is your stomach?
That's rough.
That's crazy.
That's But you know what? And I guess this is where it comes back. This is where I have to be honest and transparent, because there are times, yeah,
Yeah. Your stomach has been your
my
God.
stomach has been my God. Of course, there
Mm.
has been times where, like, I'll be so real. There are times where I intentionally go into like an evening of the day, and I'm
Mm.
like, I am going to go and eat this. Like, it's
Mhm.
pre-planned, it's
Mhm.
premeditated. So that's why their God is their stomach. I hear it,
Yeah.
because it's not by accident. It's like there are times where it's like, oh my gosh, I've had a rough week. Like, I'm gonna
I'm
order
gonna treat
this.
myself.
And the treat is never like one slice of something.
Yeah.
It's, I'm gonna have the whole of this. Then I'm gonna order 2 of that. Then I'm gonna like wash it down with this, and then I'm just there on the bed, like,
Absolutely
like
collapse.
literally. So I think it's hard. I think it's punchy, and I think this is also why I really love the Bible, because
Yeah.
the Bible's so matter of fact. It's so
Mm.
like punchy that it does stop you in your tracks. So even when I read it
Yeah.
the first time, I was like, "Whoa, that's loaded." But yeah,
It's supposed to
it's
be.
supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to challenge
It's
you.
supposed to be. So
Yeah.
I think yeah. So the Bible does talk about it, which I think also goes back to what I said at the beginning, that I find it interesting that we don't actually talk about this even in
Mm.
church. Because fair enough, culture, but I know culture doesn't talk about a lot of things. But
Mm.
it is. I think it is a bit of a shame. It's a bit sad that we don't really hear this in church. But I wonder if it's because it's such a sensitive topic. Because I think also with all of the 7 deadly sins, I guess gluttony is the one that people believe that they can see, but that's not even always true, because
Yeah.
gluttony does not necessarily mean overweight or obesity.
Yeah.
It's a
Or
spirit.
overeating.
It's
Yeah.
it's an inward thing. It's the spirit of gluttony. So I think because people automatically think you think gluttony, you're going to be shaming them in the church
Mm.
about
What they've eaten.
what they eat or what they look like.
Yeah.
You know, I
Mhm.
know, for example, where obviously I will talk about this maybe in another episode, where I struggle a lot of body image.
Mm.
So if I know, if my pastor was to start talking about gluttony, I'm going to feel away, because I'm going to think, oh, I look big.
You might internalize
I'm
it
going to
as,
internalize it. And
yeah.
especially because now if I'm thinking that, and then I think
Mm.
when you think you look big, that's something you can't hide. Like,
Mm.
I can put as many jackets as I want on top of me. If I'm
Mhm.
in church, you're going to see that. So I think there is that, there's a sensitivity that's needed, but then also we are told to speak the truth.
And if it's the word, it's the word.
It's the word, right?
Like,
So yeah, so I think this is why I'm happy that we are talking about it, as like, you know,
yeah.
people
As baby
as
girls.
baby girls on their walk, just
Yeah.
trying to seek the Lord, and
Yeah.
yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Like, do you know, hearing that your stomach is your God is, so I don't know why that's really sticking in my
That's
head,
like super
because
good.
I had an experience recently on holiday. So we actually, when you play it out play by play, it's actually a bit crazy. So we came in from like a really long day out. We didn't want to go out for dinner. So we were like, let's just order McDonald's, call it a night. Cool. First of all, the McDonald's in Phuket was the worst McDonald's I have had anywhere in the world.
Oh wow.
As in, like,
That's
we were
quite a statement,
yeah,
Thailand.
no, Thailand, level up, okay? Where's my level up, okay? Because I will be so real. I've had McDonald's in many a country.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a treat. You want to find out what the McDonald's of that country is saying. I thought Thailand, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have your flavors together, yeah. It was actually disgusting. So I only ate half of my McDonald's. It was probably enough to keep me full for the night. We go again for breakfast. But what did I say? Say to my friend, my dearest friend, shall we order again? Shall we try again with something else? So then the next order that tell me why. It was 1 a.m. by the way, at this point. Maybe like midnight going towards 1 o'clock. We ordered breakfast at that time. As in the order consisted of, and I can remember it. I got a breakfast that had pancakes, it had bacon, it had scrambled egg, and it had sausage.
At midnight.
At midnight, past midnight. Then my dear friend, I'm not gonna hot her up, but she had pancakes. She had oh yeah, it was called like a it was like a hash brown sandwich. So it was like a hash brown with I can't remember what was in the middle of it, and then another hash brown patty.
Oh wow.
And we consumed it all.
Wow.
We consumed it all. At what like 1:22, if you see the picture that she took of me after, I look like a rat caught on the highway. You know, like when you see a rat and it's like taking things from like the gutter. That's what I look like trying to put all the rubbish in the bin. We were even so ashamed that the cleaners were gonna come in the next day and see the piles of like cartons that we have empty. Like there's maple syrup drips. And like we literally we finished everything and we said, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. That was gluttony, like played out. Because it wasn't that we were specifically, yeah, there was a bit of hunger, but literally could have found it. It was the idea of more. Like, I need more in this situation to satisfy me.
Right.
And that was disgusting.
That's so interesting. And it's interesting that you say that you needed more. And is it because you're on holiday that it feels like more
Acceptable. 100. I would not have done that in the UK. First of all, the affordability.
yeah.
Like ordering 2 takeaways in one night, it would be out
that
of
Uber
the question.
Eats bill would be racking up.
Just the McDonald's alone would have cost me £15.
Yeah.
So I'm not then going to spend another £20 on a full breakfast.
Yeah.
But also I would have just gone to bed.
Yeah.
Here in the, maybe at a push, you might go downstairs and get yourself a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
But maybe it was just like it was just accessible. So
yeah.
And I did it.
And I guess that's and this is maybe why gluttony is such an easy sin. Because it's like I said, it's accessible.
Yeah.
Because even if you were in the UK, you wouldn't have done it because of the Uber Eats order cost. But let's say your dad was like, I'm going to McDonald's, do you want anything? And then your sister's passing by, like you might have said yes to the 2 orders if you're not paying.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? It's sometimes
I
it's
would
conditional.
have said yes. No, I would have. If my dad went at 12 and then my sister went at 2, I'm saying yes to both.
This is the thing, and I think it's that accessibility. It's the fact that it doesn't feel like a bad thing because you can always justify having another slice of something.
You can,
like
it tastes good.
It tastes good. You're not hurting anybody.
Not hurting anyone.
You're not.
I'm not technically hurting myself.
You're not. You're not actually inflicting pain. But are we?
Listen.
What are we?
Listen. Because what does it lead to?
What does it lead to? And then, how did you feel after then? So you said that you felt
horrid.
You guys felt gluttonous and
just like ashamed. But I think it was the volume. I think it was the sheer volume
of the food
that we ate at that time of night. It's like, who needs to do that? You do.
It's when it's midnight.
1 o'clock even.
But you know what? That to me, even though you're saying it's about the volume, but I think it's just that desire to have something, because those of us, and I'm really putting my hand up here, that it'll be the crack of the night. You're like, let me go downstairs and have a bowl of cereal.
And it's like, what in me is stirring that up?
Because you're not hungry.
Yeah.
You're like,
are we feeling voids?
Okay. Are we?
Yeah.
Are we feeling voids in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Because we're actually not hungry. I know there's so many times I eat and like, especially if it's a snack, because I'm more of a snacky girl.
Yeah.
And my hand will just...
Like muscle memory.
I'm not even thinking. It's just there, straight into my mouth, straight into my mouth, straight into my mouth. And I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not even thinking about whether I'm full or whether I'm not full. But it is just that desire. Like,
is that the root of gluttony? Do you think, like, it's just the lack of thinking behind what you're doing? Because if you think about it, like it says overconsumption and the things that we overconsume.
Yeah.
So if you think about spending, people say all the time, oh, like you tap your card and you're just not even thinking about it, because that exchange of money has like come out of it. So the world has like put things in place that make it easier for you to just do things that you don't have to think about. Therefore, the sin of gluttony just becomes more feasible and it becomes more doable, because because if you had £100 and you're going to go and pay for something and you physically have to count out,
there's no way.
80.
There's no way you're just blowing that on
You're
one
not just
capture.
blowing that.
No, there's no way.
You would think
'Cause you can
about
see
it.
it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's just
yeah.
a
Yeah.
you're not even thinking, even now when Monzo does the cha-ching, you even block the noise out of your head. Like,
I think you're right. But I think also like you're not thinking because I think your spirit is literally asleep to this. Your spirit is asleep when your flesh is awake. So I think you are literally just doing things by the flesh.
Yeah.
Like your flesh is always hungry, by the way.
Yeah.
Just let's even make that very clear. Your
Yeah.
flesh is consistently hungry for so many things, so many desires, not just food.
Mhm.
But I think when your flesh is constantly hungry and your spirit is asleep, that's when you end up doing things that you even like wake up the next day like,
what the heck?
when did I do that? Why
Yeah.
did I? It's even when? Why?
Yeah.
Because you can't even see the train of thought. You can't even see how you got from A to B because that doesn't make sense. Because you didn't think about it.
Don't you think that was like the story of life? Like when you're younger and you're just out getting drunk, you could literally wake up the next day and be like, what happened? Why did it happen? I have no idea. And I think I'll be so real. For me, that was just too many times.
Yeah.
Too many times. Of like
Same.
when I think about how much I used to drink, it actually shocks and scares me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how did I survive my early 20s, first of all? Not even from the point of view of just the alcohol consumption, but as in the kind of situations that you would fall into because of
I'm telling you
the alcohol consumption. You're like,
and it's even with that, sometimes I think about the amount of situations I must have been protected from.
oh, amen.
Because
Let the church say.
like just thinking logically in my sound mind, the amount of times I was out of it.
Like blown. My God.
I was just vulnerable to the world in all this. I could have got robbed. I could have got attacked. There's just so many things that could have happened, and it's crazy because once again, it's the flesh.
It's the flesh.
Because alcohol doesn't taste nice.
Alcohol doesn't feel nice. It doesn't taste nice. It's a numbing.
It's a numbing, yeah.
Basically.
So I think there's been times where 100%, like even I remember those times when I would black out, like as in like it's like the last thing I remember was getting in the cab.
Oh, 100%. But you're not blacked out, like unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like I'm thinking my friends are gonna tell me, oh yeah, we had to put you to sleep. You're like, no, you was in the motive. You're like, wow, what was I doing? What was I doing? Because I don't remember anything. Like, oh, you was talking to who?
Yeah. Isn't that so crazy? You can remember the cutoff as well.
Yeah.
I used to think that all the time. Like, I remember up until this point, and then literally, it's like my brain stopped recording.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? That
I think
we would do that to ourselves.
I think it's scary. I think you get a bit older and you just realize this is actually quite scary.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. And I think I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but I'm like going this whole year about drinking, and actually as I've been going this year, I've actually just really felt like I just don't want to really drink again. And one of the reasons why I said I'm going a year without drinking was mainly health. Like I'm just actually tired of feeling like sluggy the next day. And then as I was going through this year, it's actually like, you know what? When I really reflected, when I was before my birthday, when I really reflected, I thought about the decisions of my 20s. 99% of those decisions, the worst decisions I made, I was under influence.
100%.
And I think it was such a like harsh truth. I really struggled with that because I'm always thinking I'm on a wave. I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time. But it's when you get home, it's when you're in your room alone and you start to just do stupid things, like call stupid people. Like
I'm not gonna snitch too much on myself now because I know my mum watches this podcast. But I have texted people I shouldn't have texted. I've called people I shouldn't have called. I have been angry to the point of aggression and violence. I have
not too much,
but I have just done things which are really out of character. That things that are so far from who I am. So I think going back to gluttony and that overconsumption, this is why I think gluttony cannot be seen as just something with food.
Yeah.
Because the overconsumption of alcohol is what we're not talking about. We just had one drink, one shot, one sip of a cocktail.
Because it barely ever is.
It's never that.
Yeah.
If you are literally pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring alcohol, and then to the point that you are not yourself. So this is why I think we can't remember these things because your spirit is asleep. Like your spirit is literally knocked out, and you are purely moving in just flesh. And that is crazy.
It's a crazy place to be. And also, you don't know this yet, but I can make an announcement to you. I've also joined on this absolutely no alcohol wave.
Oh, really?
Oh, as of Sunday, I was very convicted.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think it's like kind of been apparent to me for a while, but Sunday, and keep in mind, like Saturday, we weren't doing anything while we were at a friend's birthday.
Yeah.
I had 2 glasses of wine. I woke up like with a mad stonking headache. I was like, why am I feeling like this after
Yeah.
2 glasses? I never used to be like that.
Yeah.
And where I've kind of like dropped off in terms of drinking, I don't really drink often. I'm not the kind of person to have a drink in the middle of the week. It will really be at occasions.
Yeah.
But I actually had to examine. I was like, those 2 glasses of wine added absolutely nothing to me yesterday. First of all, it was expensive.
Yeah.
And I wasn't any different for like drinking them. And I had to also look at why. Actually, if I think about why I actually even went for the glasses of wine, it was to make myself feel more comfortable in the situation. And I don't want that to become a dependency, first of all, but also very similarly to you, some of my worst decisions, some of my sins that I could have just done without.
Yeah.
Done without.
Jesus didn't need to die on the cross for some of these sins.
For some of these sins, like very avoidable.
Yeah.
If I had not just been intoxicated. And I think I told myself, I think even things that we've been at, like moments where we've had together, I think I've told myself that, I can do like the 1 or the 2 and I can. But I think that what is the point? Like, I think that's the thing that I had to ask myself, what is the point at this stage of life that I'm at?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm lit. I'm a confident person, like without alcohol. Like, and do you know what? Alcohol numbs you to the point of not knowing when you should go home, not knowing when enough is enough.
Yeah.
And I think that I also just want to stay on top of like, actually, if my spirit is tired, if it's gotten to the end of what I can give in this situation, it's okay for me to go home.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long it will be for. I haven't put a time limit on it. I said just I guess
break.
Seasons.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking maybe the next time I drink is a glass of champagne on my wedding day.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Could be.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I do hear you, and I think it's really interesting because one thing I definitely felt this year was that where God has taken us, especially with business, it's not going to be me that's going to be having a bar brawl out of nowhere. And I'm literally...
You're actually making people feel
I don't know,
like
guys.
Bronson. Like, you're literally AJ in the ring when you're
I've been a bit dramatic. I'm really not like a fighter like that or anything. I'm not a fighter. But I'm just saying that I just felt like I just don't want to do things out of character when there's actually so much on the line now. Like, genuinely, I can say...
There's a lot on the line.
I mean, there's always been a lot in the line, but this is the first time I can honestly say in my life there is a lot on the line. And I just don't want to get caught slipping, essentially.
Yeah. Where there's cameras and there's phones everywhere.
Not the time. Not the time. So I do hear you, and interesting you spoke about numbing, because I actually think even with bringing it back to food, I know I've done a lot of emotional eating for the sake of numbing, trying to numb and suppress my emotions. Like, I'm having a bad day. Oh, and you guys know me. I love chocolate.
She does. She does.
Me and chocolate. I love a good sweet snack.
Yeah.
And it's like, as soon as I feed myself that, I feel better. And Jokey said it's a dependency, but I think it's alcohol. You can identify as a dependency easier because it's not something we do every day. Right? We're not daily drinkers. We're more like occasional drinkers.
Yeah, and it has a physiological effect, like where you will actually be tipsy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with food, it's more subtle because either way, whether I have a chocolate or not, I'm going to eat in the day. So it's harder to identify that, oh, that was actually gluttonous, or that was a moment of me trying to find like self-soothe, or to find a moment of, you know, to feel numb or whatever that may be. But because it's food, it's like embedded within your day.
Yeah.
But there's been so many times I've been sad, I'm eating. Even sometimes when I'm happy, I'm eating. Every emotion.
Because we as a society, I think we spoke about it on another episode, like so much is tied to food.
So much is tied to food. But I think I know for a fact when it comes to me, the emotional eating aspect, and I don't think I would go as far as saying it's binge eating, because I just don't really think I can label that for myself. But it is in volume. It's in volume.
So maybe excess. Yeah.
It's in volume.
Yeah.
It's in volume. And I never, you know what? This is the one thing I always wrestle with when you think about gluttony. You never have a moment where you eat excessively and afterwards you feel good.
Yeah.
You're always automatically hit with guilt.
Yeah.
And this is why I would argue it's a sin. And not even a sin, it's a spirit. Because think about it. I'm eating food. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just watching Netflix or something, eating. Why do I feel as guilty as a murderer after?
That's extreme, no?
I know, but but you know me and my body image, so mine is extreme.
Wow.
Like, I feel really guilty to the point that afterwards I'll be Googling like how to lose weight. Literally, I think I said to you earlier, like 72 hours. How to do? I'm Googling the
How to get rid of it as quickly as
ChatGPT was around when I used to do these things.
Stop.
Her profile of
Would
me
be crazy. She'd be like, I'm referring you myself to
it was
therapy.
dark. It's really dark because
Yeah.
I just feel an overwhelming sense of guilt, and then
Mm.
I feel like I've really done something really bad. Then I want to withdraw. Then I feel really big. Then I feel like, oh,
I have to go to the other extreme.
other extreme of
Yeah.
now, okay, I'm not going to eat tomorrow, or tomorrow I'm just going to have one meal. And then the next day, obviously, I have one meal, but now I'm hungry. So then, like, I'm now tussling if I need to eat. Then I eat something. Then I feel guilty. Then the next day, I just, like I said, want to withdraw. I don't want to be seen. And let's say now there's an event by the end of the week. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be humongous for this event. Or I'm going to, and it's because I had that moment of eating excessively. So I do feel like gluttony is there. I think it's something that I'm still
understanding.
Yeah, understanding it. I'm still battling, still trying to come to terms with what it is. But I think it's so subtle because I know for myself, I hide it in like, oh, I'm just giving myself a treat. I don't know what from exactly.
Could be anything.
It could be like, oh, I woke up early today. And
Amazing. I'm gonna have. I'm not just gonna have kefir today.
Yeah, bring out the big boys. Bring out the big boys.
Crazy.
But I think emotional eating is something that, yeah, is tied to gluttony. Heavy. Quite heavy, actually.
Who are you, by the way?
Oh, hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. I'm Rose.
Yeah, and I'm Esna, and this is the Weight of It podcast.
This is the Weight of It podcast. Woo! Yeah, we did things a bit different today.
Yeah.
Into it.
See, yeah, we're
Just
just
testing things out.
Yeah, see what it feels like.
It feels more natural when we're just talking.
I feel like, why do we have to butter you up?
Yeah.
You know what you're here for.
You know what you're here for.
You know what it was when you signed up.
You know, I am Rose. You can follow me at The Real Rose on all socials. If you're not already, please do.
And I'm Esna. You can follow me on the 2 socials that I have, and it's ESNXRT.
And we are just 2 friends navigating health, wellness, and personal growth, because the weight we carry isn't just physical.
Ain't that the truth?
So
Amen.
yeah. Sis, what about cultural views though?
In terms of
Gluttony.
yeah, I just don't think it's. I think it's tough, right? Because you're culturally there, your parents always want you to eat, or if we think about like auntie culture, people always want you to eat. But if you have gained weight, they're the first person to tell you. So I don't really know how that all works. One thing I am trying to do, I'll be real. Like, do you want me to eat or do you not? Because right now it's giving confusion.
Yeah.
But I think something that I'm really conscious of. I do know what I say I'm conscious of, but I feel like I don't even have to be conscious of it, which makes me think that like our auntie generation is tapped, because I'm never thinking about like commenting on my niece's weight.
Yeah.
I'm never thinking about how they look and all of those things. Like, I find it a bit scary actually when they talk to me about their weight, and I'm constantly trying to reassure, because they're in the delicate stage. One of my nieces is gonna be 13 in June, and one just turned 16 2 days ago. So you know that period of life is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But there's no part of me, regardless of whether I thought that they were overweight or whether I thought they were underweight, that would be taking jabs at that, because you know the aunties, it was never from like a sit down, let's actually talk.
Yeah, like I'm concerned. No,
it'll be, oh,
you literally walk in the door. Hi, auntie. Hi. Oh, you've put on weight. Oh, yeah, my day was good.
Thank you. How was yours? Or you're looking plump.
Yeah.
I always got plump a lot when I was younger.
Do you know what I got? To be fair, I never got this comment that much, but I'll never forget. There's one auntie, I haven't seen her around for like maybe 20 years.
Good.
I remember, me and Grace still laugh at the comment. She said there was one time she saw me, and this was when I was in my bigger days, and she said, "Oh, Rose, you know you put on a lot of weight, and you must be eating all your sister's food." Guys,
I beg your pardon.
I could have fallen down, because you know. Also, can I just say, I was in a season where my weight was at my 13th season as well.
Oh, fine.
So when she said this, I just said,
coffin.
"Just take
me, Lord.
Just take." I could. She said, "I must be eating all my sister's food."
You must be. There's no other explanation.
It was so dramatic.
What do you mean?
This is such a loaded.
Like, some of the things that aunties say, like, it's You've actually just reminded me. I don't know. Did I say this before on the way? And I don't know. But one of my aunties in Zambia, this is crazy. Like, this was, again, similar to you, in a bit of a bigger stage, because it's winter.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's so funny. You saw like, like, when they say like, "Oh, we've got to fatten up the animals for winter." That's really
That is basically my whole life. I think I've actually just come to like be comfortable with it. I just don't care that much anymore. But I said to one of my aunts, so me, like this is a genuine fact about me. I barely eat breakfast. Like I'm not that into it. I used to intermittent fast ages ago. I don't specifically do it, but naturally I think my body has just fallen into that rhythm. So I was in Zambia, right? This first day, obviously breakfast is being made, and my aunt's like, "Oh, what do you want for breakfast?" I said, "Oh, I'll be okay. Like I don't really eat breakfast." And she looked me up and down. She said, "Really?" I said,
She said it doesn't look.
She said it doesn't look
like
you're someone that misses a meal.
No way.
And I said,
We need to start giving out fines to aunties for this stuff. This is.
And do you know what's so crazy? Like, do you know what I say all the time? Thank God for my self-esteem.
Yeah, no.
That could have taken me out the whole holiday.
Yeah.
But
and then it makes you so self-conscious to eat. Like, can't be hungry again now.
Because like it's a double-edged sword now.
Yeah,
like you're saying you're big, but also let me feed you.
Yeah.
You don't want breakfast?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to say to me? It's crazy.
Oh, I'm so done. I think one thing I've clocked with culture, and it's something my mum used to say back in the day, I don't know if it still sticks today, is that like if you saw a man with like, you know, who was overweight or had a big belly, that this was a sign of wealth. And like that whole idea, I would should have told me this. I thought, why would that be a sign of wealth? But then when you think about it contextually, if back home most people are malnourished, or they're severely undereaten because of poverty, then you have somebody who is a complete opposite end. It's like, oh, you must have bread because you're
literally.
able to, literally bread in the fingertips, and like, you must literally have bread. So, I remember she told me that, and I guess as I was like thinking about today, I was like, oh, okay, but is that really a sign of wealth?
I don't know, because all it's given is a sign of maybe you don't move your body enough.
Maybe you don't move your body enough. It could be a health condition.
It could be a health condition.
I think this idea that like how you look, we can automatically be able to assume someone's
what
story.
kind of life.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I know friends who have put on weight, and it's literally because of like medication or a health issue, and this is a side effect of
it. Used to happen to my mum, like, and it used to. I think when I was younger, I didn't really understand it because maybe you know, like as you get older, you realize that your parents are also just trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
So when she was going through periods like that, obviously it's not something she's going to sit down with her children and talk about. I didn't really understand it, and then I'd see her doing things like Slimming World or whatever. But now I understand that some of the things that happened were from medication. I'm like, it's just crazy to me that there would have been people like telling her like, oh, you've put on, but they don't even know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She's having a kidney transplant.
Exactly.
Are you insane? But you're just opening your mouth to yappa.
Exactly. So I think this is the thing, and I think going back to the start of this topic about gluttony and obesity, like it's not always as it seems, and I think this also confirms about gluttony it's not just about food.
Yeah.
So you know, in these instances, for example, if you want, that's like people might have a picture of what she eats or what life she lives, but actually
I think, oh, what a gluttonous person.
Yeah, but it's like,
well, no, hun.
Just switching up the kidneys here.
Right. Like, as in, can you leave me be?
Yeah, exactly. And I think another thing when it comes to like culture and society around gluttony is also, you know, if Grace was here, she'll be talking about her conspiracy stuff. But, you know, the poorer areas always have the food and shops that don't necessarily
feed into well-being and eating.
No. In our area, literally next to our gym, we have a KFC and a Nando's, and they've just opened Popeyes. And
I even forget that it's next to a gym.
Yeah,
our gym is in the same precinct.
Yeah, literally
like,
the same grounds.
The same grounds.
Yeah, but I think
That's
it's common
crazy.
though. It's common even like when you drive through London. When you go through poorer areas, it's a chicken and chip shop. Chicken and chip,
fish and chips, Chinese.
Back to back. But then when you drive through somewhere like Chelsea and Fulham, it's fresh Whole Foods. It's like little boutique market.
Market shops.
It's so different.
The most organic food.
Yeah, it's so different. They've got an M&S, a Waitrose. It's so different. So I think also those, and I think going back to gluttony being subtle, I think it's in these ways as well, because after a long day, we all have those days where you just want to grab something to eat. You just know you need to eat something. You're tired. But if on your way home, you're seeing Popeyes, Nando's,
literally
KFC,
within 3
McDonald's,
meters of each other,
like everything, and then it takes how long we have to drive to find an M&S? How long we have to drive to actually find a supermarket?
We literally would have to drive about 20 minutes to find our nearest M&S.
Yeah.
But we've got...
I've got 3 McDonald's.
Yeah, 3 McDonald's within within a very small area. Beyond McDonald's, like literally I could say there's probably about access to maybe 6 takeaways.
Yeah.
7 maybe.
Yeah.
Within a kilometer radius.
Yeah. But
it's insane.
Nowhere to buy fresh.
Nowhere to buy lovely organic fresh food.
No. And I think this feeds into, I personally think a lot of this, this is my personal opinion, guys. This is not biblical. This is not psychological. This is my opinion. I actually think a lot of it is food addiction. Yeah, I think a lot of it is food addiction. I think if we think about addiction, because obviously addiction is within gluttony,
yeah,
overconsumption, overindulgence of things. Yeah. If we had somebody here who was alcoholic, they're literally drinking a bottle of vodka, 3 bottle of vodkas a day, for example.
Even one.
Even
concerning.
One. Even one is a lot.
Yeah.
You would have compassion. You would actually want, if it's your family friend or whatever, you'd be concerned.
Yeah.
And that level of concern would, you'd use it to try and help the person and help them to come out of that. If it was the same with drugs, like heroin or something like that, it'd be the same.
Dark.
Dark. This is the truth.
Yeah.
It's people's lives. But if now somebody was to come and say like, oh, they had a cake today, or they went through like 3 packets of biscuits today, not only do we not have the concern, we also lack compassion.
Yeah.
Because I think even if it was at a concern level, it's more like, just go to the gym. Just stop eating.
Stop eating.
Just stop doing
Put
that.
The biscuits down.
Put the biscuits down. Go and eat a salad. Go. There's such a condemnation and such a shame thrown at these people, which is why when we're even binging, we're hiding.
Yeah.
And no one is going to advertise, I am sitting here eating 3 boxes of pizza, a whole cake, It's in secret. You're gonna, maybe even from your friends and family, maybe even from people in the house, you're gonna hide it. So I think if we were to treat food the same way we treat alcohol addictions and literally other types of overindulgence, gambling, social, if we were to treat all of those things the same for food, I think we would treat it more seriously and see it for what it is. But I think because everyone does a food shop because we need to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone has breakfast, lunch, or dinner because we need to eat. So because we're constantly doing that thing every day anyways,
you don't think about it as a cycle or a pattern that needs to be broken.
Exactly. But I actually think a lot of it is addiction. I know for a fact, I can 100% say I had a chocolate addiction. And it sounds, for some people it might be like, oh yeah, I love chocolate. No, I had a chocolate addiction. Mine was, the over consumption was not normal. It wasn't like one day I'd have just 1 bar and another day I'd have like 2 bars. It was like each and every single time.
You'd have the whole bar?
I overdoing it each and every time.
Would you have the whole bar?
Of a Kit Kat?
No, like say it was like one of those share bars, like you'd have the whole thing in one sitting.
Like maybe in 10 minutes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'd hoover it. Like I would hoover chocolate. Like it wasn't. You see when it's
sorry, I'm being part of the problem. Like I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah,
but...
you see.
Yeah.
You see?
Sorry.
Okay, guys.
Sorry.
No, but you see in how it said the Latin definition meant to gulp down.
Okay.
The chocolate is here,
and it was
There's
gone.
no chewing. It's gone. Yeah. If I left the house and I'm entering a supermarket, anywhere they're selling confectionery, I am there. But it was, I promise you, it's the same way we were talking about alcohol. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
It's not
it was
like
just normal.
I wasn't leaving my house like, oh, I need to go buy chocolate. I need to go buy chocolate. That wasn't it.
Yeah.
It was just when it's there, I'm grabbing it. I could be on the phone. I could just be putting like literally normal food in my basket, like fish, meat, and then I'm picking it up. There's no thoughts. There's no thought. But at the time, if I was to come and be like, oh, I think I have a chocolate addiction, I know for a fact you would have laughed. Because, see, you're smiling now. You would have laughed.
No, I think...
You would have laughed, and then you would have been like, okay.
Like...
Exactly. See? That's exactly what you would have done. Because it doesn't sound like something you've heard of before.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like something that should be that serious.
Serious to deal with.
Do you get what I mean?
So how do you feel like you came out of that because you're saying had.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you were delivered specifically? It's not meant, you don't laugh.
Okay. Right.
How you were delivered from that as something that you...
I don't think I was intentionally quote unquote delivered from that. I think it was a byproduct of the time I went vegan.
Oh, okay.
Because I went vegan, I couldn't actually have chocolate.
Right.
So but that was not intentional.
But it was basically a mind shift.
Yeah.
Because you had to now
cut out
start
lots of
thinking
things.
about, you had to start thinking about what you were actually consuming.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the point.
Yeah.
It's like we need to bring the thought back into the things that we're doing and not just go into autopilot.
Yeah.
Because I always have 7 glasses of wine, it means that I should always have 7 glasses of wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then when I found vegan chocolate,
okay,
it returned.
Oh dear.
It returned with vengeance.
Dun,
But
dun,
now I'd say like,
it's like the villain art.
no, literally, I still definitely. I'll be real. I think I still battle with chocolate. I don't think I'm somebody that can. I'd rather not have, because I know I can over consume it. I can't lie to myself and be like, let me just take one. Let's say there was a box of chocolates we're sharing. I wish I could say I'll just take one. I probably want like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
So for me, it's best to just not have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good that you know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas that would be something else. Like for me, I can literally just,
Yeah.
I notoriously will buy like a bar of like, not even the share one, you know, like an aero bar.
Yeah.
And take one block.
Oh, impossible.
And then save the rest for like
no.
Next
By the time
week.
I've got the drive, the thing is finished. Like,
wow.
Yeah. But I think this is what I mean about why I think it's an addiction. Because you see the parameters I've set up where it's like, I would just rather not have. That's like somebody with alcohol. I can go to a bar. You can go to a bar. We're not drinking at the moment. I can go to a bar and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm
people
not
around
moved.
me can drink and it
I
will
am
be fine.
not moved at all. When I was around you guys on Saturday, I was fine. I
Yeah.
had no desire. But somebody who has an alcohol addiction, they can't even enter the building.
Yeah.
So I think this comes back to why I think it's an addiction, because those of you who are really, really in that loop with chocolate, you just have to suppress your flesh and just be like, no, I'd rather not.
Stay away.
I'd rather not.
And honestly, I know we keep talking about like chocolate, alcohol, whatever it might be, but really, if you break it down, like if you actually sit with yourself and your life, and you look at the things that you basically go into autopilot on, those are probably the things that you're struggling with gluttony.
Yeah.
In like for whatever reason, gaming just came into my head. Like in terms of like the overconsumption of like game. I guess if you're in that world, I know nothing about it, but I've heard from so many people. And even when I was in uni, the guy next door to me, babe, he literally would sometimes not come out of his room for days because he's gaming.
Yeah.
As in, when he opened his door, the smell that used to escape from that, like, as in, he wasn't showering. If he was taking a break, it was to go and get food, but everything was staying in his room. So you've got plates accumulating, you've got his own body odor accumulating, you've got food rotting because you're just in that world of gaming. It could be anything, social media, like, think about, go look at your screen time.
Yeah.
And have a look.
Have a look.
Have a look. Well, have a look.
Have a little look.
Yeah, and see what your screen time is saying. Like, is that what you're over consuming? Is that where gluttony is like showing up in your life?
And and I think you're right. And I think this just goes back to like, gluttony is actually a heart posture. Gluttony is a heart posture. It's not a body type. It's actually a heart posture, because everything you've just said, whether it's the gaming, whether it's social media, whatever it is, it's your heart posture. You cannot stop doing this thing. You are you are embedded in this thing.
In whatever this thing
in whatever it is. I think we don't even consider food as something you could be. But it is food, social media. Oh, social media badly.
Oof. Do you know what I will never believe? No, do you know the people I worry about is the people that say that social media, oh, I don't need to delete it. It doesn't affect me that much.
You need to delete it.
You need to delete it. You specifically, if you are someone who says, oh no, I don't really feel like it impacts me, I don't really feel like taking a break would do anything, please, I urge you to do it.
Yeah.
Because you will see how much it really does to your mind.
It does, yeah.
And ultimately, I think gluttony, like if we think about food, if we think about just general overconsumption, ultimately, if it's not checked, like these things will kill you. Basically, at the heart of it, with every sin,
it's death.
That is literally the wages of sin is death.
Yeah.
Just to remind you.
Yeah.
And I think people, like you said, people don't think about it with gluttony because maybe it's associated to food.
Yeah.
But if you just continued eating chocolate in the way that you were,
Sis,
and the habit,
I'd be toothless. Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to just let you know how serious. I think you guys are not really hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you're saying things like I'd be toothless.
No, let me explain why I would be toothless. So when I said I had to stop the chocolate, because I went vegan, then I discovered vegan chocolate. So now the cycle restarted.
But did vegan chocolate have? It wouldn't have had milk in it, I guess, but it still had sugar, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sis, chocolate's a chocolate. It's a chocolate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it still tasted okay.
I don't differentiate. Like,
Any chocolate could
There's
get
no
it.
hierarchy for me.
Right.
Like, chocolate is chocolate. I kid you not. Once I then started eating chocolate again in the pandemic,
Yeah.
I went to the dentist because I had to take a tooth out.
Wow.
And imagine my teeth have been fine. I mean,
Yeah.
we're locked up at home.
Yeah.
They said this tooth
Gotta go.
gotta go. There's a little holy hole in it. Take it out
From chocolate.
from chocolate.
Isn't that crazy?
And
As
so-
in the tooth died.
I killed my tooth. No, I think people become joking when I say I had a chocolate addiction. I had to kill off my tooth. The tooth that God gave me, I had to dead it off.
Because of chocolate.
And this is what I'm saying.
It's not funny.
It's actually not funny, guys. This is a serious topic. But you see how we're saying like, oh, the wages are there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I would have been toothless
Yeah.
if I
If
continued
you
the way it was.
continued.
See this nice smile that I got?
Gorgeous.
Gone.
Gone.
Wouldn't gone again.
And then, and you know what's crazy?
I've never lost a tooth because I ate too much broccoli.
Right. That's the thing. And people will say things like, oh yeah, but too much of anything will make you sick, in the great words of Cheryl Cole. But you're not going to die from eating too much broccoli.
No, and your desire
you
will
know.
stop. Yeah,
Exactly.
You know when to stop.
Mhm.
You'll never sit there and have like a nice salad and be like, give me 5 more.
No,
Never.
it's so true, but let that be a McDonald's. Like you have, and you're like, oh, I could do you know what? Chuck an apple pie and a McFlurry on top. It's so true. You know, and I've had some banging salads before.
Yeah, I'm buzzing.
But
And
you're
I'm just happy to reminisce. And like, that was great.
Right.
That was great. I'm happy to
Even
park
like
it.
sushi, if I think about it, like I will have sushi and I'll be like, you know what, that was enough. Like that tasted really good.
Yeah, yeah.
But let it be fried. Let it be dipped.
Cooked in a
coated.
saturated fat or some sort. And literally, guys, if we
Oh.
just think about it, even like
So
physically,
true.
like
Wow.
a lot of the things that we would overconsume are the type of things that would clog up vital organs. So with alcohol, it's your liver.
Mm.
With saturated fats, it's your heart.
Mm.
With sugar, it's diabetes.
Mm.
So it's like these are things that literally would
wow.
off you.
Wow.
I think we can't just act like this is what are the coincidence?
Yeah, that
No.
a salad isn't gonna end your life.
No, and I
Yeah.
think this is the thing. Like,
Wow.
if God has given us dominion and authority over the earth, so it means that the same flour and sugar that's in the cake, we have dominion over.
Mm.
The cake itself is not the sin. The cake itself is not evil. That God, like the Bible doesn't say anything about any particular types of food. Like, it tells us to enjoy and be, have pleasure in these things. But it's that overconsumption, like, and everyone's, your mark. You know when you've had enough.
Mm.
You know when. So, for example, if someone was giving me a whole cake right now, me eating that whole cake in one sitting, that's gluttony for me.
Yeah.
But do you know what isn't? If I have a slice and leave some for the rest of the
The
week.
rest, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. It's not
Or
to
offer
say
it to other
offer it
people.
to other people. It's
Yeah.
not to say I cannot eat like more than one slice, but do I have to eat
The whole thing.
all of it now?
Yeah.
And I think that's something I'm trying to realize. Like, it's not going anywhere. Sometimes it's almost like that once again that poverty mindset of I have to eat this, I have to finish what's on my plate, I have to. When's the next one?
Mm. Just the attitude of more. I think it's even because you don't get taught that as a kid. I mean, it depends what kind of household you grow up in, but food wise, do you know what? Actually, one of my friends when I was growing up, her mum was really good at like telling us to pause. So like, say for example, like I went to hers for like after school. We used to get a nice sandwich. Like I used to really like her sandwiches, some crisps, and like maybe another snack. And then as a kid, you're like, more. I want another one.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'm not saying no, but come back to me in half an hour. If you still want it, you can have it. We hardly ever would go back. You get distracted by doing something else.
Yeah.
You go about your day. And I think that's something that maybe we don't even teach children that well.
Yeah.
Like, if they say more, just to shut them up,
Yeah.
we give them
Yeah.
the more.
Yeah.
And that stays with you, I think, like, as you grow up. So, yeah, because I know for myself, like, in my own house, if I said more, then, yeah, go for it. You know where the fridge is.
Yeah.
I think it depends, obviously, what kind of household you grow up in, what culture, but I think that is something that I've seen anyway. Like, kids constantly, if you want it, you can have it. kind of thing. Because parents are fried.
Yeah.
Parents are brain fried.
Yeah, they're tired.
They're
just wanna
tired.
Just do whatever's just going to bring peace to the household.
Yeah.
And all the rest of it. But yeah, I think it's something that we do need to take seriously because, like I said, I can definitely share from my personal experiences, guys. I know we're laughing at the whole chocolate addiction and all this stuff, but genuinely the guilt that I do feel has really damaged and distorted my body image. I know for a fact, like, my body image isn't because of exercise. It's because of what I put into my body. Because, it is scientific that, it is about 80% diet, 20% food. And I've lost more weight from what I've ate than how hard I've worked out.
Yeah, how
You know what I
much,
mean?
yeah.
So I know for me, it's something that as I've just been learning more about it, it's really enlightening because it's like, oh, okay, this is something that I've been trying to fight in the flesh for so long. I've been trying to like, okay, Rose, you're not going to eat this thing. Or, okay, no, don't walk away from that aisle. Okay, don't go into the shop and get that. Like, I'm literally trying to like talk to myself. But it's like, but your flesh cannot fight this thing.
Yeah, not by itself.
And I think
no.
when I realized that, especially when I realized that gluttony is a heart posture and it's a spirit, I almost felt peace. And like, okay, this is why I'm struggling so much with it. It's not because I'm not, because I think I'm a very disciplined person.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I struggle with this, I'm almost shocked at myself because I'm like, this doesn't even feel like me. This doesn't even feel like something I
should be struggling
with because I'm really good at overcoming things and having resilience, but I know it's really distorted my body image. Even the other day when I was really unwell, do you remember when I was messaging you? And because of like how I was eating and then the lack of movement,
those messages were dark.
They were dark. And guys, I think that was even a few days after we filmed. After we filmed.
Yeah.
They were dark, guys. The way I viewed myself and
the way you were talking
about myself,
of yourself, I was
and like literally coming into agreement with some of these things and say,
whoa,
this isn't even me. And I think it's because of the cycle. And I think that's why gluttony is so subtle. And, you know, anybody that's experiencing it, really just take some time to ask God about it, to reveal things to you, because it starts off with you overindulging, over-consuming in something. Then you have that guilt. Then that guilt turns into shame. Then that shame comes into avoidance and withdrawal. And then nitpicking at yourself. Lack of confidence. Attacks on your esteem, your confidence. All of these things. And so you're just sitting there. You're like, whoa. Like, and it's really...
all this from chocolate. I can't believe you lost a tooth.
Yeah. Hun, I'm sure at least 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Every time I had tooth put up, wisdom tooth problems. I think I've had 1 wisdom tooth taken out, but the other 2 teeth that I think I've had 3 taken out. And the other 2 was sweet or chocolate related. Wow. Yeah. So like I have actual evidence in my life.
Yeah.
That this thing was trying to my smile. Imagine that was my front tooth.
Oh God. Yeah, the front teeth are always the last to go though, so you're safe.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'm just trying to say from my personal experience, guys, that for anybody that's really struggled with even just the food noise in your head, that's almost like it feels like that's something, that urge that's telling you to go and get something, that craving, that desire that you have. You can override it, but genuinely not in your own strength. And I'm here to tell you that I have not been able to override these things in my own strength, and it's something I genuinely still have to work through. There are days I still cave in. Like there are days where I even forget to like ask God for strength. It's just like, oh, I just want it.
It's just food.
Yeah, it's just food. It's just food. But there are times where like, if I've told myself, okay, I'm going somewhere, and if I've been like actually aware, I'm thinking about it, I'm going here, I know this is going to be there. God, I actually don't want to eat that, or I want to pick a different choice. I have to literally speak to God. And even in the moments when I'm there, I'm in public, I'm having little conversations in my head. Because I just not by my strength. For real.
And I think thinking about that is, if you haven't before, obviously if you're of the faith, even if you're not, like give it a go. But I think the whole point of doing it faith-filled is that it's to encourage your spirit and weaken your flesh, is fasting. Because I think we've been in the practice of fasting for a few years now, but every time I do, I definitely, it's like a reminder that my flesh can't win. Like, because my flesh is literally going to lead me to destruction every time.
Each and every time.
There's nothing good that your flesh wants. Like, I just want to emphasize that as a point. There is nothing good that your flesh wants. Yesterday I was reading Galatians. It literally says the flesh is against the spirit and the spirit is against the flesh. And ultimately, your flesh is always going to want to win. But the only way for your spirit to win, so you're saying like you'll be in public, you'll be praying and asking for like wisdom of what to eat, which, guys, we understand we are at auntie stage and this all sounds very extreme. But when you become enlightened in terms of like the things in this world that are trying to take you out, you take it a lot more seriously. You really take it a lot more seriously. So it's like, if I know my flesh is constantly going to be battling me, I have to do things to subdue and kill it dead. So if you've never fasted before, maybe this was a sign, like, I don't know, this whole conversation of whatever it might be that you need to actually fast from, be it food, like ask for guidance. Food is probably a big one, but also the actual biblical term of fasting is around food. So
Yeah.
don't now try and think that you quitting social media is like
Yeah,
a
it's
true
Yeah.
fast by like biblical senses. But if you do need to fast from social media
Yeah.
in terms of like letting it go, do that, because
Yeah.
you'll learn so much. Like, I just think every time I come out of a fast, I'm like, no, I don't actually have to listen to my flesh.
You don't have to. And
Yeah.
and I think, just like you said, fasting has the revelations you get, and the authority you are reminded of that you have through the Holy Spirit. Because, like you said, it starts off with like, okay, I'm going to fast for this particular reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't experience hunger, guys. It also doesn't mean you
Oh no,
experience
the
temptation.
hunger will flog you, by the way, when you're fasting differently.
I need to let you guys know from the jump. When you're doing the fast, it's not now because of the Holy Spirit that he's removed.
No, you'll be hungry, and even hungrier than if you had just like forgotten to eat that day.
It's
always the way that like maybe one day you might go like your whole day up to. There's been loads of times I'll go like till 4 or 5 p.m. and I'm like, oh my god, like I literally have been so busy that I haven't eaten, but I'll be fine because I'm able to get through it. Come 10 a.m. on the first day of your fast, your stomach will be growling, but it's because your flesh is fighting you.
Your flesh is fighting you.
It is fighting
100%.
you.
And I think, as you said, perfectly. Like anything that you are over consuming, try and take some time away from that thing, and you will realize, oh, I was really dependent on this thing. But also you'll realize I'm still okay without it. You'll realize that it's about actually having that control over these things and not having it as an idol, essentially. Because when you are dependent on this thing, it's because you're dependent on another source outside of God, and that's where we fall down. And I think, remember that gluttony is a heart posture. So even those who may not be deemed quote unquote overweight, obese by the NHS standards, even if you're deemed like, you think that, okay, you look healthy, all this stuff, but you are still overindulging in things, even if it's still food, but it's just maybe not showing on you the way maybe it will show on someone else. That's still gluttony. And I think that's why it's not, I genuinely do not believe, there's no evidence to show that gluttony is a body size. It's actually
take the body image out of it.
It's not a body image. It's very much a spiritual heart posture, and anyone can have it. I've had it with social media in the past, but I think I'm really good with social media now. Even before taking times off, I can just go hours with that. I don't really doom. I think when I was unwell, when I was in bed, that was the most I doom scrolled, and that's why I came off social media, because it was making me feel bad. So I was like, oh.
And you were able to recognize that. Whereas some people will be just walking through their day thinking like, why do I feel like crap? Why do I feel heavy? Why do I feel like my life is behind and all of these things? Not realizing because you're consuming way more. Like I remember Stormzy said this like years ago. He was like, we see way too much of everybody's life. Think about 20 years ago, you did not know what someone was doing unless they told you.
100%.
Unless you were made privy to it through them telling you. Whereas now, you open your phone and you can literally see what thousands and millions
across the world
are doing. It's entirely too much. So if you think it's not affecting you, I'm here to tell you.
Absolutely. I think social media is one thing I nipped in the bud. I think maybe like 2017. I don't know what season I was in. I was just like, this is too much. Now it's a yearly practice. There's seasons within the year, or every year. I just take time off, and for no real reason. Just like
I'll just delete it.
I was like, take a few weeks off or whatever. But I think the one area that I'm still having to really battle is the food stuff. So so I guess if anybody that's listening, just remember, like, this isn't, and you've been made to feel like the issues that you have with food is more like a personal choice. Just remember, it's a personal battle, and the good thing, the battle's already been won. Like, the victory is ours, and I think you have to just tap into the Holy Spirit for that and ask God to guide you. But I think even just start with a conversation. Honestly, guys, like I said, we're new here, so we're not here to be like, do this, do that. But I think also just be like, God, is this something I'm actually missing? Is this something I'm missing? I'm actually dealing with this, and I just, I guess I just pray that God guides you with that, because this, like, it's sneaky.
It's so sneaky, boy.
It's a sneaky little thing. It's a sneaky little thing, and just remember, when you're having a low moment, if you're somebody who does emotional eating like myself, just remember that don't have the dependency on these things, whether it's social media, whether it's gaming, whether it's gambling, alcohol, drugs, food, whatever it may be. Just try and go back to the source. Go back to God. Try to go back to God and surrender it there, because these things are all void.
And if you've never done it before, give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go.
Honestly.
try it.
You know, I feel like some people just feel like when it comes to starting a relationship with God, that they literally have to know the Bible inside out
Yeah.
before they go and like honestly just pray to God. If you've
Just have a
never prayed,
conversation.
a conversation, just say like, what am I missing here?
Yeah.
Promise you to tell you everything you need to know.
Just like, God, are you real? Like, and like, you hear so many testimonies, people are like, they literally were just like, God, if you're real, show
Me. And
God
they,
said,
they were
bet.
shown.
What's good? Like,
Yeah.
they were shown. So,
yeah.
so do it in whichever. Honestly, guys, this is not to hear. We're not here to say go and lie down on the cross. So, like, we are not here to say any of that.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like we've turned into like, do you know, like back in the day, like KICC TV.
Yeah.
Like if you've just tuned in.
Literally, like, yeah, guys, just have a conversation. Obviously, I'm gonna leave the scriptures that we read in the description box as well, in case you guys want to follow up with that. But yeah, I feel like this has been quite a nice conversation on gluttony.
It's giving me food for thought.
Pardon the pun.
Pardon. And on that note, over an hour, I feel like.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I've got nothing else.
Fade the music in.
You're actually pathetic. Thank you guys for listening. I've been at The Real Rose across social media, guys. Please follow, like, comment, and subscribe this video, by the way, if you haven't, because yeah, we've got some more stuff coming out.
Yeah, and I have been and always will be Esnart, ESNXRT. And let us know what you feel like you've resonated with. Is there anything that you feel like you might be struggling with that you're like, nobody else is struggling with this? Let us know, because I bet you we'll be able to find someone else who is.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Definitely. But thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed this episode.
Have a great day.
We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.